Hey yo, it's been a long time. I'm currently sick, so excuse me for the way I sound. I was going to make a video talked about where I've been and essentially just catching you guys up with my life, but since I wanted to make a YouTube video for, FNAF's 10th anniversary, we're doing that instead. So congratulations and thank you, Scott, or Mr. Cawthon, however I should call you by. Can I call you Anim, dude? But yeah, I can't believe the first game came out 10 years ago. Dang, I was only like a little ways away from turning 13. It makes me feel old. I bet it makes older people feel even older. But anyways, for my FNAF 10th anniversary special, I decided to show everyone a little thing I've been working on for fun. Some of you may know it from my last procrastination video. Yeah, okay, I realized that I never actually finished that video or uploaded it, so yeah, you guys don't know anything about it. You guys were supposed to at least get 2 other videos, one last year around fall and the other one at the beginning of this year, but for one reason or another, they didn't come out. So I'll probably make one essentially just what they were supposed to be. Anyways, back in the fall of 2023, I was in an advanced screenwriting class, and for our semester-wide project, we were supposed to come up with a movie idea and write out the first act of it. And seeing as you already know what the topic of this video is, I essentially wrote my own FNAF movie script. Well, not exactly. So, you see, our professor said we couldn't write a movie from an existing IP, but we could use it. So he gave an example of we couldn't write Spider-Man, but we could have a dude with the same exact powers and abilities and same characters. They just couldn't have the same name. So I couldn't exactly use Freddy Fazbear. I had to come up with, at bare minimum, a new name. So I came up with a different pizzeria entirely. Now, you see, I had a bit of inspiration from a multitude of places, one of which was the real world history of Chuck E. Cheese. And as some of you may know, Chuck wasn't always meant to be a rat, he was supposed to be a coyote. But when the costume arrived, Bushnorland realized, hey, this isn't a coyote, this is a rat, and just, rolled with it. So I decided to base my pizzeria on a coyote and called it Casey Coyote's Showtime Pizza. Kind of an amalgamation of Pizza Time Theater and Showbiz Pizza. Although I should say this movie and the subsequent 2 sequels, because yes, I semi-planned out 2 more movies, are only going to span up to like FNAF 4, kind of. With that being said, there are going to be some lore changes to the characters and stuff, in part because I wanted to make things a bit different, and in part because watching a bunch of like FNAF media, I kept asking myself like what if questions, so this is very much going to be like a what if alternate universe, I guess. So, with that being said, let's meet Freddy and the Fazbear Band, or should I say, Casey and the Showtime Band. So first off, we have Casey Coyote. I don't have any concept art or any real solid idea of how he's going to look. All I really know is that I want him to be a sort of white or off-white coyote. I don't think I want any of the animatronics to really have any clothes, but I don't know. I guess I'll just have to try and see concept art and choose which one I like better. But anyways, now our Bonnie the Bunny stand-in will be called Jake the Jackrabbit, because yes, a jackrabbit is different from a bunny. Now, I was thinking for Chica to be a roadrunner, but then I decided against that because I thought it would be too similar to Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. So instead I made Quinn the Quail. Now you may have noticed a bit of a theme here with it mostly being desert creatures, so the Foxy stand-in was a bit of a tough decision to make. But I ended up deciding on Roy the Raccoon. He's going to be a thief or something, I'm still not fully sure, but for sure he has to have some sort of theme. There are some details that aren't set in stone, as you'll see in the future, especially when it comes to Golden Freddy or Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. I came up with the names, but in my notes they have question marks beside them. They're a bit lazy, but for Golden Freddy I chose maybe Golden Casey, or if not, Ocas Coyote. And then for Spring Bonnie, Spring Jack? I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter, I'm probably not going to use it. Now the human characters. For some of them, I just changed their last name and called it a day because I realized my professor's not going to know the franchise as well as many people in my class, and the fact that I just kept calling them their real names to be able to keep track of who does what. So Michael Afton is just Michael Finley, William Afton is William Finley, and the Crying Child, well, I took that one from Squimpus Grimpus tapes and called him Joseph. By the way, that series very much inspired a lot of what this movie was going to be, or at least have certain elements that the VH series had. But let's move on to Charlie or Charlotte, and you may be asking yourself, isn't Charlie supposed to be the puppet with the other animatronics? And, well, yeah, but this is where the what if comes into play. So hear me out, what if Charlie didn't die? Now I know that's not exactly new with the whole Silver Eyes trilogy, but my idea came in part from the ongoing series First Night at Freddy's by Jake Ryan Southgate, with how her being missing has affected everyone, showing that they all had some sort of relationship with each other. So I was curious what that would be. How would things have played out? Now in my script, Mike and Charlie have a very much sibling relationship with each other. Growing up, Charlie and him probably hung out in the diner a lot because both their dads worked there, and they probably didn't get along too much because the whole, bullying his little brother. I imagine Charlie being the one who protected the crying child up until, he died. So, I imagine afterwards Michael would probably mellow out a lot and stop being such a bully, and I could see them getting along a lot better. I remember watching the non-existent video where the puppet was talking to Michael, encouraging and trying to convince him to help free the souls of the animatronics or the dead spirits. The part that I really liked was when she said, "I love you, Michael," and I thought it was really cute. So in part, I also thought I was like, oh, I don't ship them, but yeah, I don't ship them. I see them more as siblings rather than a couple, because it's kind of weird, because Charlie's still she died when she was a kid, and they're talking now that Michael's an adult, so they're siblings. I also really like this YouTube short, which it's essentially the same thing. But yeah, Charlie Emily is gonna be Carla Rodriguez. Alright, I forgot the race swap. So, well, since I was trying to come up with names that were similar to the original ones, I just googled it and it gave me Carla. So I just kind of decided to roll with it and made her Hispanic American. Now I know people hate it when they race swap characters. I'm no stranger to that thing, but honestly her race wasn't going to be much of a plot point or a big deal. And I thought it could always change it later, but I guess later never came. Consequently, I decided to name Henry Benjamin, or Benny, which made me think of Benny the Jet Rodriguez from the Sandlots, so I decided to give him the last name Rodriguez, which also more solidified the Hispanic name. I'm not even sure if Henry's still going to be alive in the story, but I still give him a name. Also, this is going to be set in Los Gatos, California in 1993, so Michael would be about 22, Carla 19, William would be about 50, Henry was 48, and, well, Joseph would be dead. Okay, so this movie isn't fully going to be a horror movie, it's going to be more of a mystery thriller with some horror in it. Now, in order to save time, because I decided to start working on this video 5 days before I leave for vacations, I'm leaving the States to go visit family, and I'm literally still editing, writing, and recording the night before, and our flight is at 5 in the morning. I'm going to have to just quickly go over what the movie's about. I had planned to read and storyboard my first act, but well, that's gonna have to wait till next time. Guess I'll have to make a part 2. Oh well. But yeah, what is the story going to be? I've talked for about 8 minutes about the story without saying it. So here I present a log line that I had to make for my class that quickly sums up the screenplay. So here we go.
Michael Findlay returns to his hometown after college, only to find his father missing. His search leads him to Casey Coyote's Showtime Pizza, a seemingly ordinary pizza joint harboring haunted animatronics. As Michael works as a night technician at the restaurant, he has multiple supernatural encounters, forcing an uneasy collaboration. The mystery deepens, revealing a connection between his father's disappearance and the vengeful spirits, ultimately compelling Michael to confront a dark past entwined with the haunting echoes of the restaurant.
Yeah, so ChatGPT helped me write that one. Honestly, I think came in handy. But yeah, so the story begins with Michael coming back home after graduating from university to find his dad missing. With the cops not taking him seriously, he decides to look for his father on his own, eventually leading him to Casey Coyote's Showtime Pizza. There he takes a job as the night guard / after hours technician using his electrical engineering degree, which he got from the university. As the nights go on, he has strange and spooky encounters, slowly building up to the fact that the animatronics are haunted. Eventually, Michael just finds a golden Casey springlock suit in a hidden back rooms where he finds out that his brother Joseph and another spirit are haunting the suit. So, Michael has a mental breakdown after finding his brother's spirit is still here haunting the suit. But eventually they make amends and Joseph tries to get Michael to find out who the children's killer is so that they can pass on to the afterlife. Investigation happens and eventually Michael finds a hidden cassette tape in William's bedroom. It's literally just the confession tape from Squimp series. Honestly, that confession tape has been the bedrock of why I've made the script. I wanted to have it in the movie, so I kind of just wrote around it. But yeah, Michael listens to the tape and finds out that his father's always wanted to kill him and blames him for everything. And as the tape finishes, Michael hears the door open. William's come home. So Michael quickly tries to hide the tape and William calls Michael down to eat. While they're eating, Michael's trying to hide his fear and knowledge. The conversation is tense with Michael trying to act normal. Eventually, after dinner, they go to bed and William checks to see if the tape is still there. Once he figures out that it's not, he tries to murder Michael, but Michael's a step ahead and slips out of the house running towards the pizzeria, with his father giving chase. When they get there, Michael tries to survive being killed by his father, and it's revealed to the kids who their killer is. Springlock failure ensues and William dies. End of story. And yeah, that's the main story for my movie that I want to write. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been obsessed with writing the details out for this thing. I have pages and pages in 2 different notebooks. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed coming up with the idea and everything. Hope you guys did enjoy it too. It's currently 1 in the morning and I'm gonna finish recording this, finish editing. I'm gonna go take a shower and hopefully maybe try to get some sleep. I'm probably not gonna sleep. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna sleep tonight. I'm not gonna sleep tonight at all. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the script if you have any ideas. I didn't get to say everything that I wanted to, but I'll probably make another video. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day or night. Bye. I wonder if you could hear my mom vacuuming in the background.